Hey girlfriends, and welcome back. So today's video is in collaboration with ZXZ hair on Amazon, and today I'm going to show you guys how to create this DIY wig with bangs and no closure. I got 3 bundles of their Brazilian straight human hair in 18, 20, and 22 inches. I went ahead and prepped the hair overnight. I washed and conditioned the hair and let it air dry overnight. And this is my braid pattern for my installation. I'm using 2 wig caps to create this look. I will be using the quick weave glue method. So I'm putting on 2 caps to make sure that this wig fits me really nice and snug and not too tight. I ran out of shower caps. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, so I went ahead and just used a grocery store bag. This is going to peel off towards the end and go in the trash anyway, so I just need some type of plastic to protect my caps underneath. I went ahead and tied it in the front and tucked the ends under to get a nice solid cap. I'm using the Salon Pro 30-second quick weave glue, as well as an extra large cap, a flat iron, and a blow dryer. So this is what the hair looked like after washing it. It has a nice little loose wave pattern to it, so it's not exactly super bone straight, which is actually perfect for this hair because it'll give it a lot more thickness and volume to it. The bundles will look small when you first get them, but when you wash them, it'll have a lot more texture and body to it. So I went ahead and measured it from ear to ear, my first track, and I'm just going to add some glue to it, a nice thick layer of glue, and just glue this on and use the blow dryer to speed up the drying process. This is the ideal technique for those of you girls that want to create wigs but don't know how to sew. This is like a great way to get an idea of how to lay the tracks, where they need to go before you start learning how to sew. So I'm just pretty much measuring each track. I want them to get further and further, closer and closer to my hairline as I'm laying them. I'm leaving about an inch of space, maybe a little bit less than that, between each track. That way it lays nice and flat and there's no extra spaces throughout my entire unit. When I'm making straight wigs like this one here, I prefer to go ahead and just glue down the tracks instead of sewing them because they lay a lot more flatter than having to sew it down and having the extra bulk of the thread itself. So I went ahead and just opted for this quick weave tutorial. It's really simple and quick to do. I got this done in about, I want to say about an hour or 2, including the filming time. So once I got up to the temples of my head, I'm just wrapping the track all the way around. This is where I'm going to begin my circle pattern. All of these tracks from here on out are just going to go around in a circle until I end up at the tippy top of my head, which is going to be the smallest circle where the closure is going to lay. You don't want to start wrapping around in a circle too early on, or else you'll end up with too much hair in the front and super thick, dense bangs. I wanted more natural looking bangs, but more so on the thick side of bangs. So I went ahead and started wrapping once I got to my crown or temple area. For my DIY closure, I went ahead and just rolled up a small, maybe 2 to 3, 4-inch track and just glued it together. I flat ironed it flat, and I'm just going to stick that right there at the top of my unit, and it is pretty much complete. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this off. It's really easy to take off. I did tie this a little bit too tight, so I had to cut off the grocery bag, but I'm just going to peel that grocery bag off of the cap for any of the excess or residue from the glue. I'm taking off one of the caps because I'll just be using one cap to install this unit, and we can go ahead and start styling. You want to make sure that you detangle the hair, brush it out a bit, and make it lay exactly where you want it to lay before you start cutting. I'm cutting too long versus too short, that way I end up with the perfect length bangs. So I'm pretty much just cutting from the tips of my eyebrow to the other tip of my eyebrow to create this bang. I want it to lay right above my eyelids, cover up that big old forehead of mine, and I'm just flat ironing it to see where it's laying so far. I'm going to go ahead and flat iron the rest of the unit and then go back and fine tune any areas where I have missed, or as you guys can see, my bang is a little bit crooked. I'm going to go ahead and fix that towards the end, but I just want to make sure that everything is nice and straight, get this wave pattern out of it so I can see exactly what I'm doing. On the hair itself, I don't have a ton of products on it. Like I said, I did co-wash the hair and shampoo it with the Sexy Hair Extension line. I used their shampoo and conditioner on this hair, and I just added a tiny bit of Arvazalia argan oil to a flat iron and protect the hair. I used it as a heat protectant. And the hair is super lightweight, extremely easy to straighten. I love the texture of this hair. I love that it has that little wave pattern to it because it just made it so thick. I thought the bundles were going to be super thin and see-through, but they ended up being nice and thick how I like it. So let's work back on these bangs. I'm going to go ahead and straighten it and just fine-tune my bangs how I like them. I'm going to go in and point cut to reduce some of the thickness. I don't want them super thick, and also to get rid of the harsh line that I created when I first cut them. I want them to be nice and like a medium kind of density so it looks more natural and not extra thick. And that's pretty much it. This hairstyle is really easy to achieve, especially if you're a beginner at making wigs. It's a really simple and easy hairstyle to achieve. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I really love the quality of this ZXZ hair on Amazon. It's really affordable and really easy to work with. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the final review. You guys know I always give you guys updated reviews on the hair that I am using. I love you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.